Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Mac Digital Notes. I started this channel to share my digital notes. Myself Vasant, an undergraduate from mechanical engineering. Today we are going to look into turning effect that is created on a body by force acting on it. For example, I take this case. You can see it's possible to rotate along the indicated direction. This body is capable of rotating about the direction. So, which force causes or how we have to apply force on this body to cause this rotation. The first case I take at a distance of d from this axis, the force is acting. So I quantify this, or I can see there will be a proportionality between the turning effect is proportional to this d, and turning effect will be proportional to the magnitude of f. So with that I derive a quantity that is moment, force into distance, that describes the turning effect. So again I take the same case for a distance of d, but here the force is inclined. So I have to find what is the moment which act here. So I find the perpendicular distance between line of action of force and f. This proportionality hold only for the perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and the axis about which the turning occurs. So for this, if I calculate, it's obvious this d dash will be less than the d. So the moment is f into d dash. Well, we can take another case here. F acts along, or f acts this way. So here you can see there is no perpendicular distance at all. If I draw a line of action, there it will intersect at the axis. So here there will be no turning effect. Similarly, if a force is applied like this, parallel to the axis of rotation, there will be no turning effect. So based on this too, I like to generalize this. So here, if the force intersect the axis, if the force acts along this direction also, there won't be any turning effect. Similarly, force parallel to the axis of rotation will also does not create any turning effect. The force which acts downwards also does not create. So I generalize this intersecting axis and parallel to axis of rotation. When the force acts such way, it won't create any turning effect. So we are looking into the turning effect created. As we progress through, we can find the moment is a product of perpendicular distance into the force acting on it. The perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and the axis of rotation. So as we calculate here, the angle varies. So I at a different angle force acts, and corresponding d dash is what we find and calculate the moment it creates. Similarly, as we discussed, there is no turning effect for only these two cases. So what we have discussed now, I like to propose a quantity, a vector quantity, that is moment. It has a direction and magnitude. The magnitude of this is f into the distance, perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and axis of rotation. So with this, I like to consider what is the direction of force, or direction of this quantity moment. So from this figure I can show, as the force acts in perpendicular distance and d, I can calculate the moment, and I propose that it acts perpendicular to the plane contained f and d. So this is how I quantify moment of force. To find the direction, that is since positive or negative, I use the right hand rule. If the curl is like if the curl is the curl of rotation it creates is is simulated by this our right hand. When thumb points up, it's positive. If this curl is along opposite direction, the thumb points downward. By this I propose positive and negative value for this moment. Similarly, if I consider a planar force for which I calculate the moment, the plane containing is fixed, the plane we have fixed. So it's obvious the direction of moment will be perpendicular to the plane of paper. Here, as I drawn this planar force indicating diagram, the moment will be acting perpendicular to the paper, either towards us or inside the paper. The direction defines by the right hand rule. So MO is expressed as a scalar when the plane is fixed. So with this, I like to discuss a planar situation. You can see here there is a pin connected member, so there is a possible rotation which can occur. So if a force is applied, a particular force or some force can create a moment or a rotational effect about this pin. So I consider a case by drawing this. So here you can consider at A there are two forces acting, and F there is one force, a force which acts at a perpendicular distance d from A. So now I calculate moment about A. So you can see, as I already said, moment is proportional to F and D. So for F, this MA is F into T, and for AH it is acting, or it is actually intersecting at the point A. So there won't be any perpendicular distance, so I consider that as 0. Similarly for AV, so this is what I like to discuss. So this is how we will be discussing for a planar conditions. Similarly, F act at a particular direction. So here I need to find a perpendicular distance. Knowing this angle at which F acts, I can find d dash, that is d sin theta, and it's obvious that this d sin theta will be less than d. So I calculate the moment for this case, MO into F d sin theta. Similarly, as the previous case, I can state here AH and AV value does not create any momentum about the point A. So as of now, I like to generalize what we have discussed in planar situations. So you can see here there are three forces acting, F1, F2 and F3. I need to find moment about O. So how I calculate? I assume the situation for sense, the counterclockwise produce positive. So with that I propose this, or I write the equation to find the solution. So first F1 into D1, that acts counterclockwise, so I can assume that positive, and I just substitute that. Similarly, next I take F2 into D2. So for that, if I apply that, it acts along clockwise direction, so it's negative. Similarly, F3 D3, that acts along counterclockwise direction, so I assume positive. Making this algebraic sum, I come up with the resultant. If the resultant is positive, it acts along counterclockwise. If the resultant is negative, it acts along clockwise direction. So with this I solve the sums. You can see here 1 into 2, that gives momentum about O. Similarly for this case, I have to find a perpendicular distance. So after finding a perpendicular distance, I just multiply to find the momentum. Similarly for this case, the perpendicular distance between line of action of force and the axis of rotation. So similarly for every case, we have to find, or we are to be specific to find the perpendicular distance. You can see this case, there are more number of forces acting. So for this case, you can see there are 1 Newton force acting, 2 Newton, and another 2 Newtons act. So for this case, I am finding the resultant moment. So first I find the unknown distance here, root 2 meter cos 45 degree, that gives me 1, and similarly root 2 meter sin 45 degree also gives me 1. So with this I found the moment about O. So first 1 Newton which acts, you can see it's acting clockwise, so I put negative. Similarly this 2 Newton does not create any turning effect. This 2 Newton will create an anti-clockwise rotation, so I put that positive, and this 2 Newton will create a clockwise, so I substitute minus. So now I like to go into how we can find the momentum for 3-dimensional cases. So find the 3-dimensional cases, before we are going to three-dimensional cases, there is a supporting mathematical concept which can help us to find the momentum in three-dimensional case. I like to discuss that first. That is the cross product. What cross product mathematically states is, for this case, C is equal to A vector cross product of B vector. For that it states that magnitude of C is magnitude of A into magnitude of B sin theta, and also direction of C will be perpendicular to the plane containing A vector and B vector. So this is what the cross product states, and the sense of cross product is found similarly by right hand rule. So as the right hand curls from A vector to B vector, the thumb points upward, that takes as a positive value, and similarly if the thumb points downwards, that was taken as a negative value. So this is what cross product defines, and for the case I like to consider the cross I like to find cross product. The case is IJK, the three mutually perpendicular axis which we consider as a reference. So here the angle between them is 90 degree, so sin theta value will be 1. So for this case, if I consider for I cross j, the scalar or the vector product here I consider, so I and j are unit value, so the magnitude of units is unit value is 1. So the magnitude of the vector product will be 1 perpendicular to this both, so it will be along k. So as you can see here, the thumb points up, so I take this as I curl my hand from I to j, the thumb points along positive k, so I assume positive k here. If I want to curl my finger from j to I, my thumb will point downwards, so I take minus k. Similarly I calculate for other between other direction I, j, k unit vectors. So this is what I come up with. So along the same direction, the sin 0 degree is 0. So there won't be any value for the cross product of I cross I, j cross j and k cross k. So this is what we have just what we discussed as far as now is some mathematical manipulations which may be useful. So that is the point. We are going to find whether it is useful for our idea of finding moment. So let's take a case here. You can see, to have a positive y direction acting moment vector, how the force has to be acted. So as I stated, along y direction, if a moment was to produce, that f vector and r vector should be in the plane that is perpendicular, or I can restate it in another way. Here I take this value k and I that acts in the plane of x z. So perpendicular to this plane y is there, and I can see here f vector is k, which is acting at minus I. This will produce, as you can curl your hands through this from you can see the direction of rotation sense, you can see it will point along positive y. So I am going to check whether what we have just developed, a mathematical manipulation, provides the same value. What the output that has to come here is plus j. So I am making that calculation. So moment is equal to, or the cross product of f vector. So I am doing this calculation. We know that r here is minus I and f here is k. So as I calculate, I like to show another one important thing here. So we have to remember this circle. So it's easy to remember the circle than to find or state this manipulation here. So if I rotate in positive clockwise, so I cross j gives the positive value of k. So if I rotate in anti-clockwise, that is j cross I will gives negative k. So this you have to remember. With this you can see here I cross j that is along opposite direction, so I have to substitute minus, so that makes this minus plus, that is plus j. So the result also gives the same as we expect, so this is acceptable. Similarly, if you want to have a moment about x, that is positive moment about x, the force has to be such that like this, and f vector, that is k vector, that is acting at a distance j, you can see here it will produce an positive x rotation, and also the x-axis, that is axis along which moment acts, is perpendicular to the plane containing k and j, that is z y plane. So I calculate this by vector method. So if I substitute the value of r and substitute the value of f, you can find the same result as we expect, or as we can imagine how the rotation is possible. That same answer is provided by this vector without any imagination or our hard work. It just gives us the answer if you just substitute in this formula. So I like to consider, or I like to combine what you have just discussed, or I like to take this case here where k, that f vector k is acting at a distance or at a position minus I from y axis, similarly j from x axis. For this case, if I have to find moment, you can see here this case the moment will be plus I, and similarly if I calculate what the effect of this position minus I, if I calculate, I come up with plus j value of moment. So this is the cases just we have discussed in the previous slide. So this is the combined case, or a combined position of a force vector that provides both plus I and plus j moment. So similarly, I like to find what creates a positive moment about z axis. So this case you can see minus j force vector along minus I creates the positive moment about z. So if I calculate the moment vector method for r, I substitute minus I, similarly minus j for f, and I do this manipulation for vector, and I come up with the result k. So now I take this minus j vector force vector and I act this at this point. So here there will be z rotation also. So combined case, I can state this will produce plus I, plus j and plus k moment. So this force acting, this forces I can say are k and minus j acting at this position will provides this moments combined plus I, plus j and plus k vectors. So I like to see, or there is a vector manipulation for which we can find this combined value at once. Whether I like to express, I can express this f two vectors as a components, that is which act along minus j and plus k. This is a combined vector, that is force vector. Similarly, the r, the position of this f, we can assume this a combined r vector. So is there a way we can find this answer directly, r cross f? Yes, a vector provides us with that. For example, this is what vector describes. So if this is the case, we have to find a cross product between a vector and b vector. So you can use this manipulation. So for I, if you do this kind of calculation, which we are familiar for matrix, so if you do this manipulation and we come up with the result that is acceptable for this case also, moment is equal to rx ry. I substitute first I j k, and below that rx ry rz. Below that I substitute fx fy and fz. So I like to see if this case applied to this condition, or this case provides the needful result. So I substitute this and I calculate, substitute the f vector and I substitute the r vectors. So I come up with the result that provides plus I, plus j, plus k as we expect. So what we have done here is we simulate a situation for which there will be positive I plus positive j plus positive k moment about moment will be produced. So, and we check whether the force, that is whether the cross product will provide us with the same result. Yes, it's providing, so we can accept or we can use this. So next I like to discuss another planar situation. Here, as I said, we have to find the perpendicular distance, and I calculate that perpendicular distance and find the moment. I come up with this value. Similarly, I take the same case and I resolve these forces. The F, the 1 Newton at 45 degree, I resolve it into 2. So I resolve it into 2 and I come up with this 1 kilonewton sine 45 degree acting along vertical. So perpendicular distance between O is this. So I calculate the moment. It's minus clockwise. Similarly, I calculate the horizontal component. The perpendicular distance between this and the O is this. So if I find this is also a clockwise, so I put negative and I calculate the total moment it creates by this trigonometric manipulation. I came up with the same result. So what I state is, if I find a moment of a force is equal to the moment of that its result is the result of that force creates. So you can resolve the force and find the moment instead of finding the moment of a force. So it is not that you have to find only along a specific axis. You can resolve along any desired axis. So if I resolve like this along these two axes, only this one sine 75 degree will provide a moment. The other won't provide any moment. So if I calculate the moment for this case, for all this case, the moment value is same. So we can prefer anything based on the situation we have in hand. So we have discussed this just before. So it's also like that. We have resolved the forces. Actually, I am combined the force and explain the situation, but actually the situation is we have a F vector that is minus j plus k that is actually resolved and for which we have calculated the moment. So that's how we done this, but I am explaining this in the reverse way for our understanding. So next I like to summarize what you have just come up with. So as I already discussed, moment has a particular value. So as with vector cross product, I can say moment is equal to f or sine theta, and also that provides the perpendicular distance between f and the point of about which we have to find the moment. So what I state here is, moment I just described or I found with this vector method, I calculate by r cross f. That provides the satisfactory result as we expect. From the imaginary cases we have considered. So if I done this in reverse, f cross r, the thumb will point downward. That gives me a false answer or a opposite answer. So I prefer to use r cross f. So what is this r? It may be any point. It may be a vector that connects any point that acts along the line of action of force and the point O about which we have to consider for find the moment. So let's take this case here. I want to find moment about so as we have already done this in the previous chapter, to find f vector I multiply magnitude of f cross the direction of unit vector UAB. So to find the MO, what I do is, here the f is acting at this point A. So find the distance, or I express a vector RA that defines the distance or that defines the position vector between the point A and O. So with that I do this vector calculation to find the moment. So next I like to introduce you to an important thing. As we have come across this proceedings, what I state is, we have a vector manipulation or a cross product which is applicable to a vector, and we find whether which is applicable for our case to find the moment of force. So similarly, vector cross product accept this distributive law. I have provided an explanation or a proof for this in my PDF in the description below. You can find that, or you can just do your own manipulations to prove this distributive law. So with this, Verignom's theorem states, instead of finding the moment created by f, we can resolve f into two, f1 and f2, and find the moments created by f1 and f2 individually, and we can do this algebraic sum that is acceptable. So this is like restating what we have just discussed. I have proved that in a planar case, but in three-dimensional case, this distributive law of vector cross product make me state that this is possible. So for next, I like to consider the example shown here. I have to find the combined moment that created by this f1 and f2. So as I had said already, f1 and f2 which acts, I have to find about which point we have to find moment, and from that point I express an r vector to find the moment. So first I express RA vector that defines the position between O and the line of action f1. Similarly, I define RB vector that defines the position f2. So with this, I calculate the moment about combinedly. So this is what distributive law is also, and not only resolved force, but also here you can see here summation of several forces also accept this case. So f1, f2, f3 which is arbitrary along different points. So this is also accepting this case here. So some summation of this moments can be carried out. The case which I have here is, if I apply the force which creates rotation about the point O, but you can see the nut is capable of only rotating, the only rotation of this nut is possible along y direction. So I can only find this if I take this a scalar way of analysis, f into the perpendicular distance between the y and the f. That's only the case, or that's only the needed or possible rotation we can find. So similarly, I analyze the situation in vector format, so for which you can say r cross f. So I substitute these values and I find the moment vector with the vector cross product idea. I find the moment and I come up with this. But what I indicated in blue color is the only possible rotation that can happen in this situation. So how I find this? Simply by, you can see, if I multiply this by j, that is dot product of j, gives me only with this value. So here you have to be cautious. That may be plus or minus, that depends on the situation in our hand. So if I was asked to find moment about a particular axis, I have to express UA such that it acts along the positive sense of the right hand rule that we used to find the sense of moment. So if I express UA along this positive sense and I calculate here this dot product and I come up with the result plus or minus. If this is plus, that is equal to the positive of what we have done for moment. So as we have described UA along this positive sense, so if the result come up in positive, our moment is positive, and if the result come in negative, our momentum will be acting in the negative direction of that axis. Here this what we have developed with this cross product is an vector. So if you want, it's a scalar. If you want to find the vector of that value, you have to multiply with that unit vector to find the vector. Similarly, you can see here I just put the positive j value and do this multiplication, and I come up with this result that may be positive or negative based on the situation in our hands. I take the cases which we have already discussed, and here we know that this combined force will create a positive moment about y axis. So what we have just discussed, I like to recheck that. So if I calculate this moment proceedings, I come up with the result that is positive G. So as we expect. So next we have like to discuss couple. What the couple is? Two force that is acting equal opposite by divided by distance d. Here you can see the summation of force will be 0. Plus F and minus F provide 0. Only moment effect is there. And there is a statement that moment is a free vector that can act or slide along any direction that is preferred. So you can see here, if I find a moment about this point, so this F vector is intersecting at this point that don't provide any momentum. This F that is acting at a distance d, which provides counterclockwise, so I put F into d, that is positive value. Similarly, if I find the moment about this point, this minus F which is acting at this intersect point won't provide any momentum, so it's 0. The other acting at a distance d provides moment, that is counterclockwise, I take that as a positive. Similarly, I calculate for point between at an equal distance, so here this produces F into t clockwise, anti-clockwise. Similarly, this provides anti-clockwise F into t, so d by 2. If I combine this value, that gives the same result. So you can see this other case here, I take the same answer that comes. It doesn't, if you take a point even outside this, between, not outside or at a very far distance from F and this minus F, the same result will be provided. So the statement is here is, only thing the moment of here is affected is by the distance between these forces, and it does not depend on any about which point you take. I can state this in 3-dimensional case. You can see here F vector, and I calculate for minus F vector the moment value. So you can see as distributive law holds, I can take this combined, and you can see what is RB minus RA, that is the distance between F and minus F. So what I state here is MO vector is only a function of R, that is distance between them, but it does not depends on about which point we take. So that you can apply the moment about any point you prefer. Now I like to discuss further. You can see here I take a force which acts at the beam you can see a beam in which a force F acts. So I take another situation here also. If you find the summation of Fx, that gives minus F, and you can take another case here also, the summation of Fx is minus F. Or I can restate here that F acting at one point get transferred along another point without changing any effect. So I like to restate here F acts. So what is this F creates, that is summation of Fx is equal to minus F, that is the effect this force creates. Similarly, if I take this case, or I like to manipulate F and minus F that acts at a point which doesn't impart any effect, so also the case will be same. So by this I can slide a vector force along the its line of action without altering the effect. That's the statement I like to make here. So it can be transferred along its line of action without altering the effect it induces on the object it acts. Similarly, transferring not along line of action. How can I transfer not along its line of action? So you can take the case here. If the force act like this, what it causes is summation of Fy and moment. So if this case also provide the same result, so you can see I take one vector along the left side and another one vector along the right, and I sum it as I consider as a couple, and I indicate as F into D and a force which acts. So in this case also the effect is same. So he can see here I transferred the force which acts at the right side of the beam to the left side of the beam by doing certain manipulation. So I can state this manipulation as a general statement by, if I have to transfer not along line of action of force without altering the direction of force, I have to place the force at the desired point, and also with respect to the desired point I have to add the moment. So moment as a couple. So by this I can transfer not along line of action. So this is the cases we have just described in the previous chapters, where we don't consider dimensions of the parameters, dimension is a parameters, so we can consider it as a particle. You can see here the forces are concurrent here, so I can state this and I can use this manipulation. So whenever I come up with the concurrent forces, it's easy to find the resultant, that is Fr is the summation of F. But you can see here the coplanar forces, but that are non-concurrent. So if I have to find the resultant of this, that is transferring not along line of action of force. Just we have discussed an idea to do that. So how you can see in the, that is without changing the direction I have to sum the forces. With that if I want to transfer about point O, I have to find moment about O. I do this here as an example. Here you can see there are three forces and a couple which acts. So if I want to transfer this force to the point O, first I take this dark green force, so I just transfer it to this point. So by transferring it to this point, I have to include the moment which created by this force as a couple here. Similarly I take the next force and include the couple it creates, and the next force and its couple it creates. Coming to the couple itself which acts, it doesn't produce any resultant force, so I indicate that as a only couple. And if I want to find the resultant of this case, I simply sum up the concurrent forces as a resultant force and the couple. So that creates the same effect as the coplanar non-concurrent forces. So I can restate this. So in order to find this resultant of this coplanar non-concurrent force, we have studied the idea of moment and we have solved this far. So next I like to introduce, or I like to proceed the discussion. Here this is the result from the previous case. You can see this is the result of the previous case. With this, if I want to find or further simplify this only as a force, is there a possibility? I can see here the force, in order to convert an equivalent system which has only force, I have to provide this, or I have to produce this moment mr about O by this force. How? By making it or moving it into a perpendicular distance d in order to provide this moment about R. If I do that, I can indicate this as only a force. But there are constraints. You can see only if this moment is perpendicular to this Fr. Only at that case you can consider this. I like to explain it further. You can see here, you can see there are three forces acting. So if I want to sum the forces, that is Fr, I take at point O, and also in order to move to this point O, I have to include the moment all the forces create as like this by this dark green moment about R. So how I can so I take this as this case. So first step, several forces into force and couple, which is what I converted, and take this as second diagram. So in order to produce this MOR by only applying FR, I have to displace this FR by a perpendicular distance. That distance is given, or that distance is given such that it provides MOR. So that's how we have to transfer, so that we don't want to consider that MOR as a couple in this case. Similarly, if the case is like this, you can see we have three vector forces that acts and an M1 which acts at an angle theta. If I solve for this case, there will be an FR here. If I in order to move this all the force resultant at this point, certain moment we have to add. So this is the case. And also you can see there is another couple moment M1. I resolved it along M1 sin theta and M1 cos theta. So now I take this alone, that is force as and couple, that we have converted. So I take that alone as a separate case. So in order to further simplify this, I can move Fr by a perpendicular distance to produce only this. So this distance moving only can produce this M0 plus M1 sin theta. Only this which acts perpendicular can be produced. As I already stated, a force acting along the axis of rotation does not produce rotation about that axis. So this m1 cos theta cannot be produced by this Fr acts at any point. We cannot displace it to any point to produce this, because it acts along the same line of action as m1 cos theta. So you can see this is like a wrench. This is what we specify as a wrench. So I like to discuss another case, which will be I'll be just discussing it on a light basis. You can see here a distribution of force, which I take as a planar distribution by considering constant width. So for this case, if I want to find, then or I want to replace this distributed force by a single force, as we have just discussed forces that are as you can see this case, I can generalize this case as a forces that acts parallel. So for that case, we can find as a, or we can express as a single force Fr acting at a point. So similarly, you can see here this is a distributed force cases. So if I want to find the resultant Fr, I follow the same procedure, but here there is distribution, so I calculate Fr by integration, and also x is positioned, this Fr is positioned such that it provides the same moment as provided by all the individual forces. So by that I can replace this whole distributed force by single force Fr. So this case will be discussed broadly when we go for Fm. So there will be the case, mostly the distributed force cases will mostly come across. So finally I come to the last part. Here I have this PDF of the whole thing which I have discussed with you. I'll be sharing this for your reference, and you make sure you find that in the description given below. There will be two separate cases, one for skewed users and another for non-skewed users. Be specific about that, because skewed users will have a wide space provided, which may find as an inconvenience for the PDF viewers who use that by the PDF viewer method. So I'll be explaining, or I'll be uploading a video tomorrow explaining how to use skewed specifically for our concern, and I will be explaining why I mentioned here the straight line 1.5 mm. In the tomorrow's video I will be explaining that. And if you like my video, hit the thumbs up button, and make sure you subscribe for my channel to see the future updates, and you can use this as a written notes for your reference, and with that you can add content, similar contents in this page. So you don't need to write the content which I already written, you just have to add contents. Thank you.